The New York Knicks have clinched a playoff spot. They are locked into seed number 5, and they are going to be playing Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers in round 1. And it's our time now as Knicks fans to do our part. Sub for playoff dubs. If you want the Knicks to beat the Cavs in round 1, hit that subscribe button. Let's get the good vibes going. Sub for playoff dubs. We're also 450 subs away from getting to 20,000. That's our goal by the playoffs. Hit that sub button. We're going to be live for every single playoff game as the Knicks beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're going to start today's show talking about an all-time non-ball knower. Jalen Rose pretty much went on to ESPN and told everybody that he doesn't know ball because he has picked the Cleveland Cavaliers over the New York Knicks in round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Jalen Rose, I thought it was once a Knick, always a Knick. Now you're just being shady. This is what he had to say about the matchup. He said, the good news for the Knicks is that they're in the playoffs. Another great thing for the Knicks and their fans, that they're celebrating being a 5th seed. I hate this dude. My namesake, Jalen Brunson, has brought us stability at the point guard position. But here's the problem. They're not going to have home court advantage in the first round versus the Cleveland Cavaliers and Donovan Mitchell. I usually like to pick the team in a series that A, has the best player, which the Cavs do, or B, has home court advantage, which Cleveland does. So I don't want to be a buzzkill for the New York Knicks, but if they play the Cavs in the first round, I think Cleveland, this is for you, and they advance. Well, if Jalen Rose spent as much time on his hairline as he did watching ball, he would know that the New York Knicks were going to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is a bad look for Jalen Rose. When we come back to this take in 2 weeks from now when the Knicks beat the Cavs in 6 games, he's going to look like an all-time fraud. I like Jalen Rose. I love the ESPN documentary, the Fab Five. But he's just wrong about this one, and he's telling everyone right now that he doesn't know ball. So I want all you guys watching this video that I know ball to let me know, who do you got in round 1? Who is going to win round 1? Is it the Knicks? Is it the Cavs? Sound off for me in the comment section. If you think the Knicks are going to advance to the round 2 of the Eastern Conference playoffs, type NYK. Or if you're a fraud and you don't know ball, type CLE in the comment section. We'll get to more news and info about this playoff series. We'll look at some stats, and I'll tell you why the Cavs don't have the best player in this series. But first, I got to give a huge shout-out to today's sponsor, and that is Fume. Are you tired of struggling with bad habits? Cold turkey might be great for sandwiches, but there's a better way to break free from those pesky habits, and it doesn't involve weird mind voodoo or other bizarre tactics. Introducing our sponsor, Fume, an innovative, award-nominated device that helps you kick bad habits to the curb by focusing on the good parts. Fume is all about embracing the natural. It's not electronic, and instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Best of all, it's free of harmful chemicals and packed with delicious all-natural flavors. The adjustable airflow dial and movable parts and magnets make it perfect for fidgeting, which can help alleviate stress and anxiety. I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but I was pleasantly surprised by the taste, feel, and look of Fume. Breaking a habit can be tough. But with Fume, it's easy, enjoyable, and even fun. With over 100,000 customers and countless success stories, there's no reason you can't be next. So start your journey towards a healthier lifestyle today with the Journey Pack from Fume. Visit tryfume.com/chatsports and use code chatsports for 10% off when you purchase the Journey Pack. Today, the Journey Pack comes with 3 unique flavors. That includes crisp mint, maple pepper, and white cranberry. That's tryfum.com/chatsports and use code chatsports for 10% off the Journey Pack today. First of all, I know some people are going to say I'm biased by saying this, but I feel like I'm in the lane to say this. I've watched all 82 games for the New York Knicks this season, including preseason games. Jalen Brunson is better than Donovan Mitchell, and I don't even feel like that is a stretch by saying that anymore. I think he's a better player. I think he's a smarter player. I think he's more of a winner. I think he's a better player on the defensive end. He's willing to at least take charges. Jalen Brunson is one of the league leaders in that department. And I just feel like a guy that has his true hands on the pulse of a basketball game, I feel like Jalen Brunson is better in that department. And we saw that in the playoffs last year when Jalen Brunson was a part of the Dallas Mavericks. In the 3 games that Jalen Brunson played for the Mavs without Luka Doncic last year against Donovan Mitchell's Utah Jazz, Jalen Brunson averaged 30 points, 5 assists, 48% from the deck, and 41% from downtown. Jalen Brunson was Donovan Mitchell's daddy last year in the playoffs. He couldn't guard him. They had to have switch after switch because nobody can stop him. Without Jalen Brunson, the Dallas Mavericks would have lost in the first round of the playoffs last year and would have been at home watching other teams go to the Western Conference Finals. And also, what Donovan Mitchell did last year in the playoffs should not be ignored. He was legitimately terrible. Yes, he averaged 25 points per game and he averaged 5 assists, but he shot less than 40% from the deck and he shot 20% from downtown. Has he had good playoff series before? Yes, he has. And you guys know that I wanted the Knicks to trade for Donovan Mitchell, but I do believe that Jalen Brunson is the better basketball player, and we saw that in the series last year when they matched up and went one-on-one pretty much for the first 3 games of the season. That was Jalen Brunson's series. That was not Donovan Mitchell's series. And the same thing is going to happen again like it did last week when the Knicks went into Cleveland on the road without Julius Randle and beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Jalen Brunson scored 48 points on top of Donovan Mitchell's head. I don't really think it's close. I do think Jalen Brunson is better than Donovan Mitchell, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you disagree. This is your chance to yell at me down in the comments section. Who is the better basketball player? Is it Jalen Brunson? Is it Donovan Mitchell? Sound off for me. Type JB for Jalen Brunson or DM for Donovan Mitchell. Let's bring this back full circle and look at some season stats for both ball clubs. The Knicks have the better offense. They're a top 6 offense in the NBA points per game wise. 115 points per game for the Knicks, while the Cavs averaged 112. The Knicks are also the more physical team and own the glass in a much bigger department and are the much better offensive rebounding team, averaging more than 5 rebounds than them. The Cavs do move the ball a little bit more, not too much difference there. Two assist difference in that total. When you look at field goal percentage, Cleveland is a little bit better in that department, as well as three-point percentage. Cleveland is one of the best defenses statistically in the NBA, which could give the Knicks some problems. They're big inside with Mobley and Allen, and it's going to cause Jalen Brunson some problems. Some think they're going to have to hit shots from the outside, no doubt about it. But it's going to come down to the little stuff in this series. What team is going to own the glass? What team is going to shoot a better free throw percentage? What team is going to take care of the ball better? And when the game is coming down to the wire, who is going to play better basketball in the fourth quarter? That is what determines so many of these games in the NBA playoffs. You're going to need players like Quentin Grimes to maybe have a game on the road where he knocks down shots from downtown and hits 3, 4, 5, 6 3-pointers like he's done the past couple of weeks. Can we have an RJ Barrett game? When you look at this roster, you need more people to step up. We need an Emmanuel Quickley game. We need a Jalen Brunson game. You need a Quentin Grimes game, a Julius Randle game, an RJ Barrett game. Can we have a game where Isaiah Hartenstein and Josh Hart carry this Knicks bench to dominate the Cavs bench and win a game? Slowing down Darius Garland will be critical, but when you look at what Garland has done this year versus the Knicks, he hasn't played all that well. He's averaged 19.6 assists, but he's shooting just 34% from the field, whereas Jalen Brunson has cooked the Cavs, 4 times this year, averaging 25.6 assists and 47% from the field, and that's why the Knicks are 3-1 versus the Cavs this year. You got to slow down Donovan Mitchell. You're not going to stop him, but you got to find a way to limit what he does. I do think the Knicks are going to win this series. I got the Knicks in 6 beating the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm excited. It's just around the corner, and I can't wait for you guys to join us on our journey as we'll be live for every single game day on this channel. Sub for Knicks dubs, and I want you guys to give me your predictions down in the comment section. What team's going to win this series, and in how many games will they win it? Let me know down in the comment section.